Here's a really good example. The OKTC token, no idea who the hell these guys are. But if that W forms, now you can see an inside bar just fired there, which is actually a sell signal. All right, and you can see if we zoom down to the daily chart, the double top breakdown there. Triple top, really. But if this low holds and it turns back up, ooh, hey, we may have something. This kind of chart here, this is exactly what sort of scares me because a really good example is Chris's name the other day. What goes up? Look out! It might just come right back down, and then zoom or not zoom, loom. Nice try, Brian. What goes up often comes right back down. So you see reload zones of a venture cap reload zones. Could we get venture cap reload zones on Chris's name? And I would really like to buy some of this. I'd actually like to put a couple bucks to work down in this space. Oh, look at that. Brian's favorite fib. And interesting how that's going to come in right off the original market structure bottom. So I'm more than happy to be a buyer of this thing down in here. So when you look at something like a RUNE, just understand, these things don't always go straight up like this. And in fact, I would even say that growth rate is too far too fast. And of course, if I wanted to buy, there's 78.6. And I just showed you two examples of what usually happens here with these things. I will say, and I said this in the free broadcast, and I just want to reiterate it to you guys. If you start to feel that this surge is continuing and they're getting ready for another leg higher, I don't see it on any of these names. Like, I don't see any breakouts here. Maybe this route, if this thing can start lifting up through these highs, get ready. But it looks to me like sellers are coming out against these highs. REND actually tried to take a run up yesterday. This is an interesting one. Ran into a lot of traffic, and that's, you can see where it's sitting. If we can poke our head above these highs, and really probably these two highs right in here, then, you can see where 2.618s are. Keep an eye. If this thing is pushing higher, then it means that the orgy continues. And really, it's impossible to predict what's going to happen here. I don't think it's in anybody's eye. Just follow the chalk marks, right? Here's a really good example. The OKTC token, no idea who the hell these guys are. But if that W forms, now you can see an inside bar just fired there, which is actually a sell signal. All right, and you can see if we zoom down to the daily chart, the double top breakdown there. Triple top, really. But if this low holds and it turns back up, ooh, hey, we may have something. A lot of these names in the crypto space are looking heavy, and I can respect what Julian's saying there. That didn't look very overly exciting. We got to see this thing up through these highs for us to all get all excited. I was a bit surprised because I looked at that yesterday and I was like, wow, that looks so different. Link, good example, recent market leader. If this thing is really for real, why are we melting back down here? Something's not right about that image. And if you want it, interestingly enough, you can see where I'm long. What do you think the odds are that if we draw a reload zone, you should be able to join me on the trade at basically where I'm long? And we'll go like that, and then we'll go like that, we'll go like that, and hello, Brian's favorite fib. So don't be surprised if this thing pukes out. You're going to find that Brian's actually going and adding a second car on that event. I was interested in this ARPA. So here's a good example of one that's trying desperately to buck the trend. You can see it moved to new highs yesterday. I did go and actually buy a little bit more of this. You can see right up top here. I think I got Eddie to buy this. And there was the transaction. I like the look of this guy. And if anything, this is what I kind of think that loop is going to look like. So remember, or loom. I keep calling it loop. But there's the loom. You can see how it's almost like it's 6 months ahead of that ARPA. So you can see loom right now is going through this part. And we've gotten on the other side of that. We put in a W, and this thing is trying to rock and roll. So, and it's actually got a W working. So there's a couple names. This ARPA looks good. The Doge, I think, is trying to move. So there's at least two names for you to consider. I can't buy that loop or that lit right there. H bar, remember this is one that you can see where the buy is right there. So we missed that. EGLD, oh fuck, totally missed that. Can't touch that. You might, if you wanted to trend continuation trade this, you could bought this up. Probably that's 33%. Yep, there's 33. So we'll clone that. So if you felt like trend continuation trading this thing. Yeah, there might be a bot set up here. But oh yeah, look at that. One low, two lows, three lows, inside bar, daily chart. That inside bar fires tomorrow. I think actually probably, I might even have some fun and bought this bad boy here. Let's see, where's that suggesting? So that would be having you going long at about 45 and looking for a pop up to 60, 70. And we get an absolutely insane face rip all the way up to 88, which actually could give you a double on this thing. I guess 45 is the long and 88, 90 would actually be the double. So yeah, maybe a double's asking a little too much.